right, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back live on True Sim Productions. Once again, it is great to be back, coming at you live for the Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing League. It has finally returned. It's the Short Track Gauntlet, and I hope y'all are excited as I am. It's going to be a 10-race season, 10 different tracks, 10 different cars. Drivers are going to have to really prove what they can and cannot drive in this series, and I am really excited to be able to bring you the action here tonight on True Sim Productions. Let me go ahead and bring the schedule up for you on your screen right now, just so y'all can get an idea of where we're going to be going here in the next 10 weeks. So as of course tonight we are at USA International Speedway for 100 laps in the street stocks. A couple of guys are out on track right now, getting a few extra laps put in here for practice. So that's good. A couple of things tonight. We are going to have the choose cone. It is going to be in effect tonight. Drivers are going to have to choose once race control tells them here with about 1 lap to go, and we'll see them choose right there at the start-finish line. They're going to choose inside or outside, and that could be the deciding factor for the race tonight, or it could be the deciding factor of you getting a 10th place finish. We're going to have to keep an eye on that all night long. Something else. Front Row Esports has put up a few bucks. For the entire season, the driver that finishes with the least amount of incident points will be receiving some money throughout the season. And big shout out to Brinkman Freight. They have put up some money. What's going to happen is whoever gets the pole tonight, I'm going to bring them up and I'm going to ask them, do you want to do a back-to-front challenge? If they say yes, they can win $10 tonight. If they fail their mission tonight, it rolls over to next week. You can win a maximum of $50 if nobody does it. So that's something to look forward to as well. Again, drivers are putting the last final touches on their cars before this race goes. As you see, Chris Carroll top of the board right now with a 22.88. Times are really close here this evening, and I do want to make a point real quick. If there's any audio issues, if cars need to be louder, please let me know in the chat. I will be reading chat tonight as much as I possibly can. Again, it's been a while, we're a little rusty, and we're just trying to get through it. So, anything needs changed, music, myself, the cars, just let me know. I can turn it up, turn it down on the fly. Not a big deal. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we got about 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go here in practice, which you know what that means before we get into qualifying. As always, it is time to head down trackside for a pre-race ceremony. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's National Anthem. Thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a fantastic rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. That being said, you see the checkered flag on the left-hand portion of the screen. Practice has completed. It is time to go into qualifying. The question is, what driver will put it on the pole this evening? And maybe we'll see a back-to-front challenge. So let's see who's going to be one of the first drivers out on track. It looks like we got Jason Bauer sitting on pit road ready to go. Looks like Jonathan, I'm gonna pronounce his last name, Jonathan. If I get it incorrect, please let me know after the broadcast, and I will correct it for next week. But I'm going to say Jonathan Otten, the number 18. He's repping the old school street stock here this evening in that number 18 machine. 3 different street stocks, ladies and gentlemen. We got the classic, the one that everybody's familiar with, which is the one Jonathan is currently in right now as he takes the green flag for his qualifying run. We also have the Eagle and the Monte Carlo SS. So 3 different street stocks now, which is actually pretty cool. It's going to be neat to see what these drivers do with their paint schemes. But I do want to point out that Trading Paints was having an issue, so paint schemes might not show properly this evening. Again, if audio needs to be changed at any point in time, if you want the cars to be louder, you want me to be quieter, just let me know. First lap for Otten is going to be a 23.07. Good lap for the number 18 as he goes back down into turns 3 and 4. Trying to wrap that 18 machine down on the bottom side of the racetrack, right against that yellow line, out of turn 4 and across the line. Looks like Mettler snags the provisional pole right now, the 22.95. Another thing I want to point out, at least with the newer street stocks, the car sounds are way different, and they sound a lot better. Mettler on provisional pole right now with a 22.95. Jason Raymond coming back. Haven't seen that name in a long time in the number 49. Hopefully the real-life racing is going well for Jason Raymond. But he is currently sitting second with a 22.96 as Alex Harris comes in with a 22.96 as well. He's still out on track. Looks like he's still got, this is his second lap here, so going into turns 3 and 4, kind of running a little bit higher groove there, not putting the left front down on that yellow line. But across the line for Harris, it looks like he's going to stay in 3rd position. Tanner Marr almost getting the wall coming out of turn number 4 on his second lap. Tanner Marr currently sitting in 7th. And it looks like he might have broke something there because he just slammed it into the outside wall. Was not happy with that. Corey Sherman running a Dale Earnhardt tribute paint scheme. It looks here, the gold, old school black Goodwrench number 3. Now, Corey Sherman is known for running the number 3 in general. Out here, he's running a little bit higher up on the racetrack as well. This is Corey's first lap across the line. Let's see where he sits. First lap for Sherman at 23.52. Good enough for 11th position. Scotty Stevens moves up the charts there in the number 2 machine with a 23.07. Out of turn 4 and across the line for Corey Sherman in the number 3. Moves up a couple of spots there, 23.15. Good enough for 9th position. Chris Carroll, fastest time in practice. Let's see what the number 99 Pit Lizard Performance machine can do. Always puts that TSP logo on the deck lid for the number 99. Greatly appreciate that, Chris. Green flag for his qualifying run here. So we got about a minute and 12 seconds, about a minute we'll just say, in qualifying. And it looks like Chris Carroll and Kyle Wellman still have to set a lap time. Wellman has not even gone out on the racetrack. Out of turn 4 and across the line, first lap for Chris Carroll. Quick time, 22.82 for the 99 of Carroll. Now, Carroll has been fast in a lot of these different series with Crooked Line, so not too surprised to see him at the top of the charts. Out of turn 4 and across the line for his second lap, Chris Carroll. Doesn't look like it's going to be any quicker, actually a little bit slower that time by a 22.90, but Chris Carroll is going to probably be starting on pole tonight. However, we're going to bring him up here in just a second. Bring him up here in just 1 second. Chris Carroll is going to be on the pole, so let's go ahead and bring him up. Chris Carroll, Sam in the booth, you got me.
I got you, Sam.
Well, it looks like that you're going to be holding on to the pole here tonight, so I got to ask you, Brinkman Freight is sponsoring a back-to-front challenge. You want to try your luck and try and win $10 tonight?
Well, mine drag on the carpet when I walk, Sam, so I'm going to take that bet, bud.
He's going to take that bet. All right, we'll get you back down there with Tom, get you an EOL, and good luck tonight.
Thanks, sir.
That was Chris Carroll, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to be starting from the rear of the field. He is taking the back to front challenge. This is the first time I've done this in a while, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what time it is. You know what time it is. This is the best part of the night. We're going to go through it as if Chris is starting on the pole, but let's go through that grid. Chris Carroll on the pole here tonight with Brandon Mettler starting in second. Jason Raymond in the number 49 going to be starting in third with Alex Harris starting in fourth. Starting in fifth position is Brian Zimmerman with Larry Bell, who's outside in sixth. Jason Day going to be starting in seventh with Jonathan Otten in the eighth position. Scotty Stevens is going to be starting ninth with Corey Sherman, who is outside in 10th. Tanner Marr rolling off in P11 tonight with Jason Bauer rolling off 12th. Moving on down, only two more slots. Jeffrey Miller, 13th, old lucky dog, and Wild Man Wellman. Shotgun on the field tonight, but not for long when Chris Carroll goes to the back. Mark Arthur out in chat. How's it going, Mark? Overlay looks familiar. Big shout out to Mark Arthur for designing the overlay. He took a lot of time to make this overlay, and we got to thank him for it. So as you see, Chris Carroll's pulling off. He's going to be getting an EOL here. He's going to do the back-to-front challenge. Try and win $10 tonight, which is going to put Jason Raymond up at the front. It's the first race of 10 here for the Gauntlet. Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing Series. Street stocks at USA International Speedway. Drivers getting the one-to-go signal here, going through turn two. One more time down the back straightaway behind the iRacing pace car, and we're going to get it on here for 100 laps. See Ed out in chat. How's it going, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for coming out. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching, please let me know how the audio sounds. We are working with a new audio interface. If the cars need to be louder, just let me know. But it's the Short Track Gauntlet Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing Series out of turn 4. Green flag in the air. Let's get it on at USA. Down into turns 1 and 2. Jason Raymond going to be down on the bottom side. Brandon Mettler up on the top. Raymond's going to get big time loose coming out of the corner of turn 2. That's going to allow Brandon Mettler to take the lead right now, down into 3 and 4. Side by side back here for second. Harris trying to hang on as they single file out all the way back to about 5th place. That's Brian Zimmerman back there in the Trans Am looking number 28. Right behind him, you got Jason Day in the number 52 machine. Right behind him is Larry Bell in the purple Taco Bell machine. I love that car. That's awesome. Everybody single file out here, lap 2 of 100. A long way to go here tonight at USA. Doesn't seem like a lot. The laps will tick off quick. Mark's out there says, sounds good. If they need to go up just a tick, just let me know, because I have it set up to where I hear it a little bit lower than you guys do. Great audio interface, by the way, Mark, I just want to say. Got Barry Elvis out there in chat. Barry, how are you doing? Good to see you as we take lap 3 of 100 here for the Gauntlet race number 1. It's Mettler, Raymond, Harris, Zimmerman, and Day, your top 5 as Raymond almost gets into the wall coming out of turn number 4. Now, the thing is, I believe these drivers do not have any extra sets of tires laying in the pits. You're going to have to work with the set that is on the car. You can come down and take fuel if you need to, but those tires that are on the car, that's all you get. You don't want to burn them up. Brandon Mettler last last time by did set the fastest lap of the race thus far, 23.05. Let's go ahead and get an update on Chris Keller, our back-to-front challenger. Currently sitting in the 12th position. He's just going to have to bide his time right now and be methodical up through this field. Right now behind Kyle Wellman. Wellman running the old school street stock as well here tonight. I think the only person driving the Eagle is the number 2 of Scotty Stevens. So shout out Scotty Stevens. It's a great looking ride in that number 2. Everybody else pretty much running the Monte Carlo SS or the old school street stock. But I do want to point out that I heard before the race that Kyle Wellman mentioned that these older street stocks are a little bit looser than the newer ones as we go back up to the front of the field. Still all Brandon Mettler in the number 15. He's got about a half-second lead over the number 49 of Jason Raymond. Alex Harris right behind him as well. And then you got to go back 2.5 seconds to Jason Day. So top 3 on a breakaway right now as we take lap number 7. I tell you what we can do is let's go on board here with Raymond. Kind of ride around a lap as he's trying to chase down the number 15 of Mettler. On board with the number 49. Listen to that engine scream. And that is one thing I want to give iRacing, ladies and gentlemen. These car sounds for these new street stocks, they sound absolutely fantastic. I think this is pretty much going to be the race the entire night here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be follow the leader. You're really going to have to wait for somebody to either burn their stuff up or make a mistake. And as you see, the top 3 still continuing on a breakaway right now, as back to Jason Day from Alex Harris is about 3.5 seconds. Jason Day kind of all by himself. Let's kind of go through the field here. Yeah, then you got Brian Zimmerman pretty much leading the second train of cars here. He's got Larry Bell right behind him in that number 43 machine. Jonathan Otten in the all-black number 18. But he's under pressure from the 4 of Tanner Marr. Tanner currently sitting in the 8th position. But don't look now, you got Concrete Corey back there. Corey Sherman in the number 3 machine trying to work his way up through the field. He has gained 1 position thus far as we got a battle going on here between Wellman and Stevens. And again, Chris Carroll right behind this mix. I think Stevens may have gotten the wall just a touch there as we go barreling back down into turns 3 and 4. Coming to complete lap number 12, or I'm sorry, complete lap 11, take number 12 for Brandon Mettler. And he's starting to pull away from Raymond. Now 12 laps in, I think maybe what Mettler's plan is right now is he just wants to get a gap. He's leading, he's got the clean air, he's gonna have to just go ahead and manage the tires right now. Try not to overcook the right rear, try not to drive too hard into the corner, just be nice, smooth, get in that rhythm, and just keep ticking off these laps. No cautions yet this evening, which is awesome to see as we almost got a battle going on here for second. How about Alex Harris in the Monster Energy Monte Carlo number 74? He's running a little bit different line than Raymond right here. If you watch Harris, he enters a little bit higher than Raymond does going into the corner. You see right there, watch him come down and kind of rotate the center a little bit better. He's able to get on the throttle just a little bit quicker. All over the back bumper of that 49. Takes a look to the inside, down the back straightaway. In the turns 3 and 4, we're going to be side by side. Looks like Raymond pretty much said, hey, you go ahead. Still a long way to go. Just kind of let Harris have it. Now Alex Harris up to second and going to try and run down our race leader, Brandon Mettler. Go back to our back-to-front challenger, Chris Carroll, the number 99. He's found his way around Scotty Stevens and now around Corey Sherman. Stevens and Sherman are side by side. That is a battle for the 12th spot, 11th and 12th spot. Carroll is all over the back bumper of Kyle Wellman. And I think that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You really got to wait for a driver to make a mistake here tonight. It is very, very difficult to get a run in these cars. A lot of on-throttle time, I guess is the best way to put it in these cars. Brian Zimmerman, number 28, still running in 5th. And the race is actually back here. You got Otten looking to the inside of Bell here, which Larry Bell running the Taco Bell machine. You got to love that. Now on into the inside of Wellman. Wellman kind of stuck up out there on the high groove, but holding his own out there. Again, new updates to iRacing have allowed these drivers to really move around. There is 2 separate grooves you can run here because you see the 42 hanging tough there on the outside coming out of turn number 4. He's got the run, but how long are you going to be able to stay up there without burning your stuff up? As you see the front rotors on that 42 machine really starting to glow as we go down into the corner. See, this is the thing for Carroll right now. 8 seconds off of the back bumper of the leader. He's got a lot of work to do as we're almost a quarter way into this race here. We're on lap 19, still a little bit to go before we hit the first quarter of the race. A caution can change everything though. Again, they have the choose cone here tonight. That'll kind of shake things up because not a lot of guys are going to want to be on that outside on restarts. You see Wellman pretty much held off the 18, did a good job there. Now Carroll actually looking to the outside of the number 18. Let's go back up to the front, and Metler is on a tear right now, 2 seconds ahead of that 74 machine. But is this going to be bad for him later in the race? Is he going to burn up that right front or that right rear too much, and everybody else is just going to run him down? I mean, you could say that Raymond right now, he's back here just kind of riding, same with Harris and Day. But the thing is, man, these guys have pulled away from 5th place, Brian Zimmerman. I mean, just on a tear right now. As you see Tanner Marr all over the back bumper of that number 28 machine. Going to take a look to the inside, down the back straightaway. Not able to get there. As we're on Brian Zimmerman, let's take a look back to Tanner Marr. You see Tanner, he's entering just a little bit higher than Brian Zimmerman is. Zimmy down on that yellow line, good run out. Tanner's going to take a peek to the inside once again, basically just showing him the nose, letting him know that he's there. Still a long way to go. I think Tanner might have messed up his entry there in 3 and 4. Still Brandon Metler up at the front. Alex Harris runs 2nd. Jason Raymond in 3rd. That number 49 machine. First caution of the night. There it is. Problems on the track. I'm not sure who it was. I think maybe Scotty Stevens might have been involved. He's slow. Oh, Chris Carroll. Big problems for the 99. The front clip ripped off the number 99. He is now back to 14th. Maybe rethinking that back-to-front challenge right now. Let's see if we can't get a replay. Let's see what happened. All right, so we're taking a look here. They're pretty stacked up. Let's play it out. Oh, Carroll just got into the back of Scotty Stevens. It looks like. One more time. See if we can't slow it down here. He's right on that back bumper, ladies and gentlemen. Gets him just a little loose. You see Scotty's trying to go to the inside of Bell and just gets out on that apron, and Chris just turns him around. So that's probably going to be on the number 99. We'll see if we can't get a word from race control. The question is now, what do you do? Everybody is going to have the choose cone. Do you want to come get fuel and loosen that car up a little bit? What do you want to do? See if I can't get a word in here with race control. All right, so race control actually putting that as a racing deal. Interesting. All right. So no fault there. Chris Carroll lucking out with that one. Question is, I can't remember if they do have a fast repair in this series or not. I think we'll be able to find out. See Chris Carroll, he's got the front clip on that thing, so should be good to go. right, so it looks like they're choosing now. See, 3 to the bottom, 4 to the bottom. Jason Day with the gamble going up top. I like it. I do like it. Lights are off on a pace car. We're going green this time by. Ooh, Mark's out in chat saying, wow. Uh-oh. How is everybody doing out there in the chat? Thank you all for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Monday night for the Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing League's first race of the Gauntlet. We are under our first caution of the evening here on lap 28. Pace car is going to make the left-hand turn down on pit road. Jason Day with that interesting call going up top. Green flag back out in the air. Good jump there for Metler as we're going to go barreling back down into turns 1 and 2. And look, it worked out for Jason Day. How about that? Up to second now for the number 52. Big wiggle out of Brian Zimmerman back there, sideways down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Gathers it back up. Now he's going to lose a couple of spots here. Tanner Marr goes to the outside. Almost a little bit of contact there as they come out of turn number 4. Side by side, Larry Bell and Otten back there racing for the 8th position. Then you got Zimmy and Tanner Marr racing for 5th. Tanner Marr up 6 spots here tonight, having a good run in that number 4 machine. Slots back in behind the 28. He's going to try it again. Back up front. You got Raymond looking to the inside of Harris, trying to take that 3rd position. Harris going to put him down on that yellow line, and I don't think Raymond's going to be able to get the run, but he does stay on that quarter panel. No, he slots back on the rear end of Harris. Top 4, throw a blanket over him. And we go back to Tanner Marr and Brian Zimmerman. Tanner might have gave Zimmy a little shot there up the track trying to get around him. You can really lean on each other in these cars. This is some good racing back here. See Wellman looking to the inside of Zimmy as well. Wellman trying to take that spot away. That's for 6th now. Put Tanner Marr up in the 5th. Wellman going to look to the inside of Marr, but not able to get there. He's got a good run there. He's actually doing a really good job wrapping the bottom side of that racetrack. Let's go back up to the front, though. Jason Day hanging on to 2nd. Harris still in 3rd. Raymond in 4th. And top 4 are on a breakaway. Raymond to the outside of Harris. Not sure what happened to Harris right there, if he got a little loose or what, but Raymond is taking advantage of it. And now put Jason Raymond up into a 3rd position. Lap 34 of 100, still a long way to go in this one. USA is one of them tracks where the laps go quickly, but if you're down there racing, it almost seems like forever, I feel like. At least from my experience racing here, it seems like the laps just take forever to tick off. Good battle going on here in the back. You got Larry Bell looking to the inside of Otten in the number 18. Bell on the bottom there, now number 43. Chris Carroll trying to make his way back up once again, sitting in 10th. Long way to go, though. We're only on lap 36. He's got time to do it, but he's going to have to start making moves, start making passes if he's going to want to take home that $10 prize tonight. If not, it's going to roll over to next week. We'll see if somebody else can take home $20. So right now it looks like Metler does have a little bit of a mirror full of that number 52. He's not really on the breakaway as he was on that first run. Day's running a little bit different of a line. Let's go on the roof cam of Jason Day. You see Day enters a little bit higher. Watch him roll the center of the corner. He's going to be able to get on the gas a little bit quicker. A little wiggle right there, though. He's got to watch that. See, Metler, he's entering real shallow, which is, he's almost trying to diamond the corner, it looks like. He's entering shallow, letting it drift up the track and kind of diamonding that corner to get a run off the corner. It seems to be working for him right now to hold off this 52. But Dave's right there, ready to pounce if that 15 makes a mistake. And don't look now, that number 49 of Raymond right on the back bumper of the 52. My question is, what happened to Harris? Harris was doing really good running up there in second. And now, all of a sudden, back to fourth. Maybe just trying to save a little bit of tires. Smart move, in my opinion. You don't want to burn off those tires just yet. We're not even halfway. So I got about 10 more laps, and this track notorious for eating tires up. So a long way to go. Let's go ahead and swap overlays for just a hot second here. Again, shout out to Mark Arthur. Made this overlay as well. Now you see, like we just pointed out a couple of laps ago, the day is running a little bit higher on entry, but you go back to Raymond. Raymond's entering way higher than Day is. Look at this. And it seems to be working for him. I think Raymond's starting to get this thing figured out. Let's go on board one more time with Raymond. Oh, see that wheel? He's working it. He got a little sideways there coming out of the corner. Oh, Jason Day looking for a move here, looking for the lead. To the inside of the 15 of Brandon Mettler, out of turn number 2. New race leader, Jason Day, the number 52. Maybe. No, Mettler's hanging on tough on the outside. For how long can you do that, though? So Mettler got up out of the groove. He's trying to cycle back down, get in front of that 49. He's on the back bumper of Day, going to look to the inside, going down the back straightaway, side by side for the race lead once again here on lap 45. Oh, might have been a little contact there, not sure. Camera angle, not that great, but they look tight right there coming out of turn 4. Day's going to prevail and hang on to the race lead. Raymond all over the back bumper of that number 15. Will he have a good enough run here out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway? Going to take a peek to the inside. Shoot it down to the inside of the number 15. Side by side for second. Mettler going to let him have it. Second place goes to Jason Raymond right now. Now them battling, if you notice, look, Alex Harris is starting to catch this group one more time, so they're going to have to be mindful of that, how much they're going to be side by side. Take a look at our back to front challenger. Chris Carroll now up to 8th. Still about 52 laps to go, 53 laps to go. So he still has plenty of time, but every time a lap ticks off, man, he's he's probably getting a little worried. $10 ain't much, but $10 is $10. You know, you can buy yourself something on iRacing. Marks in chat says he thinks Alex is racing the track. I have to agree with that. Alex is just kind of just riding right now. When he did that the last run, he ended up putting himself up in second. But the move of the race thus far, at least in my opinion, was under that caution for the first choose cone. Jason Day gained 3 spots by jumping up to the outside because nobody else wanted to do it. Look where he's at now, running in the lead. But mirror full of that number 49 machine, Jason Raymond, as we go down into 1 and 2 one more time. Raymond entering a little bit higher than that number 52. The roof cam here. Or, well, I guess Declan cam. See Raymond, he looked to the outside. That's going to allow Mettler to look to the inside of Raymond. Raymond's got to run off the corner there. Got to admit, them Monte Carlo street socks, they do look slick. I will admit that. Over halfway here in the first race of the Gauntlet. Put the schedule up real quick on your screen. Be sure to tune in next week, same time, same channel. Day's looking a little loose, and I tell you what, Raymond looks like he's really pushing that race car right now. He about got the wall there coming out of turn number 2. Now Metler's starting to fight back as well. Maybe Metler cooled off them tires, took a couple of laps and just run it easy, cooled off them tires. He's now back all over the back bumper of that number 49 machine. Back to front challenger Chris Carroll. Hasn't been able to make any moves thus far, which is really surprising here out of the number 99. Now the real question is, can these drivers maybe move up into that second groove and just make it work? Maybe wrapping the bottom right now isn't the best way to go. There's probably a lot of heat down there on the racetrack. Get a little bit more grip if you move up just a little bit. Everybody's still wrapping the bottom right now as we come to get 45 laps to go here at USA. Good racing thus far, though. Only one caution. Mark out in chat says Harris is being smart, letting those three use each other up. I agree. Let them race each other. Let them burn their stuff up. You capitalize on their mistakes. We can actually go on board here with Harris. Harris was on the pre-race show today. You see it in the wheel. He's being really smooth. He's got the rhythm. Nice and easy down into the corner. And like Mark said, he's just waiting. He's waiting to make that move. All it's going to take is for one of these guys up here to bump each other the wrong way, and boom, Harris can capitalize on it. Let's take a ride around with race leader Jason Day, see what he's doing. Day's a really good short track racer, really fast in the super late models. You see him nice and smooth on that wheel. Not overdriving it, rolling the center of the corner. Nice exit. That's a lap around USA with our race leader Jason Day. Again, everybody, thank you for coming out to True Sim Productions on a Monday night for the Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing League's Gauntlet, Short Track Gauntlet. Again, tune in next week. We'll be at Stafford with the SK Modifieds. That should be a really interesting race. Nice short track. Those modifieds are a little hard to drive as, oh, we got a battle right there that I just missed looking at the schedule. Metler found his way around at Jason Raymond. So did Raymond burn his stuff up? Or was that by design? With the way he's falling back to Harris, I'm going to have to say he might have burned his stuff up. But this is what's crazy. Oh, big time slide right there. You see the 15 kind of slide all four tires on entry right there. That's going to heat those tires up. That car's not going to be too happy with him for the next couple of laps. He's going to have to slow it back down, get them tire temps back under control, and go back at it one more time. But I'm really surprised to not see these guys in the back. They're not really progressing forward. I mean, you got Wellman kind of leading the charge here on this second pack, but they're not really going nowhere. The top four have just stepped out about almost 5 seconds. This Wellman's about 1.2 off of the back bumper of Alex Harris. Chris Carroll, that wreck might have gotten him out of his zone because he's just sitting back here in 10th now. Nowhere to go. Not making it happen tonight, maybe with the back to front. Jason Day still holding strong here. 36 laps to go at USA International. Mettler all over the back bumper once again. Is Mettler maybe pushing a little too hard? Does he just want that clean air? Is that going to affect these cars is the real question. Is that dirty air affecting them? Carroll still does tires pretty good, might have used them up. That's a very good point, Mark. I got to agree. He slid them really good when he came out of the corner. He hit the inside wall. Not good for the tires. As far as I'm aware, I don't think flat spotting is a thing in iRacing just yet. However, when you slide the tires, that does add wear to them. So you see Raymond, man, he's really lost ground to these top two. Might be hitting some lap traffic here for our race leaders. That's lucky dog Jeffrey Miller. He's trying to keep it under control there in that number 79 machine. Looks like he's got, I think that's Top Hat Comics there on the hood of that 79 Monte Carlo. Oh, big time slide. He caught it though, but the leaders are coming. Oh, down to the inside and into the inside wall is Jeffrey Miller. He's going to back it up. Will that bring out a caution though? So far, no caution just yet. As he waits for everybody to go by, and race control is going to keep it green here tonight. Unfortunate, though, for the number 79. 78. 79. I can't read. 78. What did I say? 79. Yeah. Oh, lucky dog. Oh, looks like Corey Sherman accrued a 2X. Let's see what happened to the 3. Ooh, Sherman self-spins down to the inside wall. Keeps it straight, though. Not a lot of damage on that front end. Keeps it rolling. A lot of stuff going on right now. Alex Harris, battle for third. Looking to the inside of Raymond. I think Raymond burned his stuff up. Because he's been falling backwards. And I mean, Zimmerman, Wellman, Marr, all these guys are catching the 49. Top two, though, still on a breakaway. Still side by side. Alex Harris going to slide up in front of that number 49 machine, take away third. Now he's got his word cut out for him. Maybe hoping for a caution. Raymond's going to try and take a peek back underneath. But Harris is really going to have to hammer it down here to catch up to the two race leaders. Okay, two different lines being ran right here. Mark out in chat, racing etiquette. Yep. That darn racing etiquette, I tell you what. And I'm actually surprised at how fast this race has gone by. Like I said, to me in the car at this track, the laps just feel like they take forever, but surprisingly, just clicking them off here. Lap 74 coming to take a lap 75, going to be 26 to go. And the other thing I want to point out one more time, ladies and gentlemen, Front Row Esports giving out some money to the end of the season to the driver with the least amount of incident points overall. But you have to run a majority of the races. That's the biggest thing. You can't not show up. "25 laps to go here for Jason Day. He's got a mirror full of Brandon Mettler. And I'm not going to lie. If I'm Mettler and I know I'm keeping pace with Day, I'm going to probably wait till about 5 to go before I start making my moves. Unless Day makes a mistake, all you can do is just ride and you're going to save your stuff. Let him push. Let him try to stay out in front of you is the key. Great shot right here. See, Mellon's going to take a peek to the inside. Battle for the race lead. Down the front straightaway. Side by side almost. no. Mettler was not able to get enough car there to try and make the move. Day's going to have to change up his line, I think is what's going on. I think he's exiting too shallow. Great racing right now, though. These guys are doing a fantastic job. Let's get that fixed up for interviews. All right. 21 laps to go here at USA International. Jason Day still your race leader. Brandon Mettler runs second. He started in second and is hanging on to second. Alex Harris is up to third. Let's take a look at lap times. Right now, the race leader at 23.68 compared to Mettler's 23.70 and Harris a 23.76. Fastest car on the track the last time by actually was Brian Zimmerman with a 23.59. The leaders one more time, a 62 to a 67. It's Day and Mettler. Fastest car that time by was Jason Day, race leader. 20 to go. Out of turn two, it looks like they're going to be catching Corey Sherman there. Sherman might be struggling with that little bit of left front damage he got earlier. Self-spun down to the inside wall. He hit it pretty good too. Could have knocked the toe out of that left front. And the thing is, if I know Corey, he's going to do one of two things. He's going to try and stay on the lead lap, which he has every right to do, or he's just going to be a nice guy and let him go. We'll see what happens when they catch him. So if it's under 10 to go, I see him just letting him go. Let him race it out. But right now, he has every right to race, and caution could come out at any minute, and you're still in this thing. You come down pit road, bang out them dents, try and get that thing fixed up a little bit, go out and try and salvage your night. You see, Day is exiting just a little bit higher now. I mentioned that, and he went for it. But Mettler is just all over the back bumper. Go on board here with Mettler. Day's starting to pull away just a little bit. 16 to go. Now, if you look at it's like Mettler gets the run in the center, but Day's got him coming off the corner right now. At least that's what it appears to me. I mean, all over the back bumper of that 52, making him work for it here tonight. Who wants to be the first winner of the Gauntlet? $14 more here at USA. And we're going to keep our eyes glued to these two. Oh, Mettler got a little wiggle out of turn two and got the wall. We heard it. A caution flag out on the speedway. There it is. Now, what do you do is the question. Let's see if we can't go back. See what happened. Try to get this pulled up for you, ladies and gentlemen. Go back here. It looks like it might have been the 49 of Raymond. Goes down, gets the apron, wiggles a little bit. Oh, up into the outside wall. I don't know if that was that really what brought out the caution? Something happened? He looks like he missed a gear and everything now. Let's go into the cockpit here. Oh, look, he cranked. He got loose again. Oh my goodness, down. Sideways, catches it. He got back into the gas. Mark's out in chat says, get ready for the string of cautions. Well, you know what they say. Cautions breed cautions. 12 laps to go. It's probably going to be about 9 when we take the green flag. I don't think anybody came down pit road. Last person on pit road was Chris Carroll on lap 25. Remember, the tires that you have are all that you got here tonight. You can come get fuel, which I think, you know, if it was me, I think I would have to come get fuel. You know, obviously, unless you don't want to lose the track position, of course. If everybody came down pit road, I'm going to take fuel. Get the rear end down, weigh that car down, loosen it up a little bit, because on these old tires, you know that thing's getting a little tight. Mark, you're absolutely correct out there in chat. Everybody's going to be hungry to get some spots. It's all about the track position. But the question is, now we saw this the last caution. This is the second caution of the evening. The top 3 took the bottom. Jason Day comes up, takes the first spot on the outside with the choose, and now he's in the race lead. Now, other drivers should be kind of aware of that and see what they can do with it. They go to the bottom. Metler to the bottom. Harris, first one to the outside. I like that move. I like that move by Harris. He's been very cordial all night long. Just kind of waiting. Wellman to the outside. Looks like Zimmy's going to be taking the inside. Man, everybody wants that inside lane. Larry Bell he's going to take that outside up in third in the outside lane. Here we go. Gonna be 9 laps to go at the line. Green flag back out in the air. Good launch for the number 52, Harris. Not so much. Everybody gonna fan out as we go barreling back down into turns 1 and 2. Mettler gonna be side by side with Harris, but look, Harris is gonna prevail on the outside. Almost a little bit of a wiggle there, the 74. Good move by Alex Harris. Now on the back bumper, Jason Day's gonna get him loose and spin him out. Caution flag, no caution. No caution. Are you serious? Wellman prevails. Oh my goodness. Mettler's still in second. Now can Kyle Wellman hold him off with 8 laps to go? What just happened? Side by side for third back here, Zimmerman and Tanner Marr. Zimmy gets loose. One in the outside wall in the back, that was Harris. That put Chris Carroll up to 5th. I don't think he's going to make anything happen in 7 laps for a back-to-front challenge, but good effort nonetheless out of the number 99. Tanner Marr looks to the inside, trying to take that 3rd spot. Wellman hanging on to the race lead right now. What an upset. Mettler in the outside wall. Zimmy goes out of the bottom, off the track. Can he save it? Oh, my God. Tanner Marr's loose. Larry Bell, Corey Sherman, what is going on? Oh, my God. The 9 of Bauer goes around in caution. Back out on the speedway. That put Chris Carroll up to 2nd. What just happened? What in the world just happened? Oh my God. All right, first of all, let's go back. Let's look what happened between Harris and Day. Harris just gets into the back of Day, sends him around. But you heard it. You heard Harris. He got out of the gas, tried to let him gather it back up. Day just couldn't save it. I don't know what was going on here. We go down to the corner. We saw Zimmerman get loose, Carroll get loose, Marr gets loose on his own right there, and I think Bell and Corey Sherman make contact, but then Bauer goes around. There's just so much going on, it was just too much to call. Oh my goodness. Raymond, he went around trying to avoid it. That gives Jason Day a chance to try and get back up towards the front. But can Wellman hold off Chris Carroll? Chris Carroll might be taking home $10 here tonight. We've seen the outside work. Carroll got that horseshoe. He did get loose going into the corner. I'm sure he was hard on the binders trying to avoid whatever was going on right there. I mean, you know, you're coming down near the end of the race, everybody's going to be going for it. You're going to be going harder than you have the entire race. Stuff like this is going to happen. I think we're going to get a natural green-white checkered here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if it's going into overtime or not. Let me check race control. We're on lap 97 right now with 3 laps to go. Lights are still on. So it's probably going to be a natural green-white checkered. Wow. What a turn of events. Jason Day, I'm sure, is not thrilled. He's got that car fixed. He can still salvage his night. Has every right to be frustrated, but has to recollect himself and try and just gain as many spots as he can. All right, Wellman to the inside. Carroll to the inside. Zimmy going to take the outside spot. Stevens to the inside. Marr to the outside. Mettler inside. Harris outside. Here we go. Going to be 2 to go when we take the green flag. This has been wild. And if this is going to be the gauntlet all season, ladies and gentlemen, don't miss one race. We'll see you next Monday night at 8:45 p.m. here on True Sim Productions. Pace car down pit road. Wellman in control of the field, out of turn 4, green flag back out in the air. Really good launch for the number 42. Carroll did not get a good launch. Zimmy prevails down to the bottom. Can Brian Zimmerman get to the back bumper of that 42 and make something happen? Here comes Tanner Marr. Chris Carroll loose out of turn number 2. Oh, Chris Carroll's going to go around. Carroll goes around. No caution. White flag in the air. No caution. Chris Carroll goes around, I believe, on his own. We're going to have to go back and take a look at it. But it's one more for the wild man, Wellman. Coming out of turn number 4. What, crazy turn of events. How about a wild turn of events? Give it to Kyle, the wild man, Wellman, in the number 42. What? That was awesome. From a broadcast point of view, that was pretty awesome. Let's go back and see what happened there. Real quick, before Wellman does celebrate. I think Carroll was trying to make a move there on Zimmerman. Let's see if we can't get a better look at this. Trying to make a move on Zimmy. Tries not to hit him, gets on the binders and looped it around. That's what it was. I can't believe that wasn't a caution, though. That's crazy. Wellman burning it down. Great job. Give it to Kyle, the wild man, Wellman. He's pulling a Kyle Larson. What a race. That was actually pretty good to watch. Not gonna lie, that was fun. They had so much going on, I couldn't even call it. So much going on. All right, who got third? It was Tanner Marr. All right, well, let's go ahead and do. Third place, Tanner Marr. I think he's up in the waiting room. All right, cool. Good job, guys. All right, let's go ahead and bring in Tanner Marr. That's Tanner Marr, driver of the number 4, coming home in third place tonight. Tanner, didn't really have too much going on there at the beginning. You guys kind of fell back from the lead pack, and then that strain of cautions happened. Kind of walk me through the last about 10 laps for you right there.
Well, just to hit on why we all fell back, that was just by design. No tires right in the pit, so we knew we had to save our stuff. So I think at one point, I said in Discord, I was like, man, I'm 8/10 slower than my qualifying lap right now. And I didn't qualify all that good either, right? So we were just trying to save tires, and then, man, you know how these short track races go. You get that late race caution, and it might as well just turn into a crapshoot. And it happened. We saw the wrecks happen. Luckily, we avoided them, and then, hell, we got sideways ourselves and kind of got drove over by somebody going 3 wide there. Me and Zimmy trying to gather the cars up. Luckily, caution fell that wasn't for us. That let us gather it back up. Choose cone helped out a ton. And, man, I got a headache, and somehow, some way, we came home third. I don't know. It was crazy there at the end. My right tire was down to 42% on the right rear, so she was definitely hurting.
Well, I tell you what, you guys put on a really good show tonight. We do got one question from the chat. It's from Mark Arthur for you. It's, do you even officials, bro?
Oh, right. Shout out Hunter Lagoons for that one, I guess. Him and Mark. Man, what a race. What a race. That was crazy.
That was a great race, Tanner. Who you got to thank on that number 4 tonight?
I got to thank USA Firearms, Mr. Zimmerman, the Butt Kicker, EPI, raceepi.com, TSP, of course, you in the broadcast booth coming on, doing the broadcasting for us. And just shout out to the 14, 15 guys that came. I think we had 23, 24 signed up. I know a few couldn't make it. I won't be here next week, but I'm hoping for a good show next week. Man, I'll be honest, my brain is mush right now, complete mush. I'm just ready to close shop here and go to bed.
Well, close shop and go ahead and get your butt to bed. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you, boss.
It's Tanner Marr, driver of the number 4 machine, coming home in 3rd position. Let's go ahead and talk to 2nd place driver, 2nd place finisher. And that's Brian Zimmerman in the number 28. Now, Brian, we just talked to Tanner. He told us that you guys kind of hanging back was by design. So walk me through the last caution there. You chose the outside. It worked out for you. Were you expecting that? What was your overall plan there when that last caution flew?
Well, no, we were saving early. I think a lot of people were. The guys that were out front. If we hadn't got that caution, I don't think we could have run them down, though. We were kind of banking on a caution coming out. And, we got it. I hate that we got it, though, because, I felt like those guys ran a good race. They had it wrapped up. They were starting to lose tires there late. I know Raymond, he got really loose. He wore his stuff out, and he was trying to get to pit road, and, he just couldn't get there and ended up causing a caution. And then we had good tires, so I thought that I had a good shot on that outside. The outside is tough here, but I was faster than Wellman there before that caution, but he got to cool his tires down, and he did a great job on the restart, ran a clean race, and got him a win. So congratulations, Kyle Wellman there. It was a great win.
Well, the other question I have for you is that both you and Wellman ran the old school, we'll call it the old school street stock. How was that for you overall tonight? Do you feel it was a little bit looser compared to running the other cars that everybody else was?
No, just in our head. We've talked about it before, but they're supposed to be identical. There's not supposed to be any difference between the car. They're all supposed to be the same block, and they're all supposed to be the same physics. So I don't think so, because the problem is we were burning the right rears off. So I don't think if this car had been looser that me and Kyle would have finished 1-2. I just think that was kind of crazy the way it ended up. I don't think it had anything to do with the cars, because if it had been looser, we'd have been in the back of the pack, because the right rear was what everybody was trying to save. You definitely didn't want to be looser in this car tonight.
Well, great finish out of the number 28. Good way to start off the season here with the Gauntlet. Brian, who you got a shout out on the number 28?
Well, going into that last lap, I'm watching it now. Carroll sacrificed to keep from coming down. He had a good run there, and I was coming down. He locked it up, and when he did, it spun him out. So shout out to Carroll for not taking me out. I see that he sacrificed there not to get me, so I appreciate that. I definitely wasn't trying to cut his nose. I was just trying to get a run on Wellman, but couldn't get to him. Shout out to Tanner Marr and the guys for throwing the league on for us, and Five Kings and those guys, everybody that puts on this league, and especially you, man. We're going to be enjoying you coming back, being in the booth a little bit. We've been missing you. You do a great job. I think you're the best in the business, so we thank you for all you do.
Appreciate you, Zimmy. I tell you what, congratulations on your 2nd place. We'll get you back up there, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds great, bud.
Brian Zimmerman, driver of the number 28, coming home in 2nd place. Now, last but first, let's bring him in. Kyle the Wild Man Wellman. Now, I got to ask you this right off the bat. How'd you get up there?
I don't know. It's just good, clean race and through the entire field, and just that I just getting better runs off. I figured out early that if I just dip the lefts onto the apron coming out of 4, it gripped that right rear up and got good runs off, and I was able to get to the inside of some guys and just got up there, and then eventually the tires died off, and I was kind of stuck there in 5th and 6th place. And I think the tires were just too hot, and we got that caution and was able to cool them off. Started on the outside behind Alex, and the outside just fired off really good. And then going into 3, unfortunately, Day got sideways. I don't know if he got hit or if he just got loose, but seen them wrecking. Alex went high and left a hole in the middle, and I throttled back up into it and got around him right before the caution came out.
Right place at the right time there for the number 42. We know you guys were kind of by design hanging back trying to save tires. Do you think that helped you kind of hold them off there for that last couple of laps?
I think so too. Zimmy definitely had better tires there. I got around him and Tanner early on, and then Zimmy just ran me back down and passed me, so he definitely saved tire better. I think I wore him out coming up through the field, but I think I just got a good enough restart where I could keep Zimmy and Carroll off the bumper.
Well,
that's all I needed.
Well, I tell you what, man, I mean, luck is luck, and you had it tonight. Wildman Wellman taking home the win here. Great way to start off the gauntlet. You're going to start, the season off right. Let's see if you can continue that through all the different cars and different tracks. But who you got to thank on the number 42 for making it all happen?
First, thank Tripods in the Wild, my photography company. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. Then thanks everybody at Five Kings. I know there's a lot of us, but we all raced pretty good tonight. Top 4 was Five Kings tonight, and there's a few others scattered back there. Thanks to you, Sam, for putting on the broadcast. Glad to have you back. Can't wait for all these Monday night races. And then thanks to Tanner and all the admins putting on the gauntlet. It feels good to be in a crooked line race again. Short track racing.
Absolutely, man. Hey, congratulations again on your win here tonight. First win at USA. Let's see if you can't get a couple more throughout the season. Hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Kyle Wildman Wellman, your race winner here tonight at USA International for the first race of the gauntlet. And he's going to burn it down a little bit more. Well deserved. I mean, right place, right time for the number 42. He did a great job avoiding that and getting himself in position to win. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, it's been a while being back up in the booth, and it's just like riding a bike. I hope I put on a good show for everybody. Again, hope the audio was good. Wallman's going to try and get it down to victory lane, trying to get it down into pit road there. But let's go ahead and bring up your race results on the screen. I remember how to do that. It's been a while. There we go. Race results are on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. For the Monday night gauntlet, Wellman takes home the first win. Brian Zimmerman second, Tanner Moore third, Scotty Stevens in fourth. Jonathan Otten out of nowhere comes with the top 5. Brandon Mettler sixth, Jason Bauer seventh. Jason Day managed to crawl back to 8th. Corey Sherman with 9th, Alex Harrison 10th, Jason Raymond 11th, Chris Carroll 12th position. That back to front didn't work out for Carroll, and that's kind of why we decided to do this. How confident do you feel you can make it back up to the pack? So that being said, $20 on the line next week for our pole sitter if they want to try to do a back to front challenge. If nobody takes it next week, it'll stay at $20 until somebody takes it, and then that's how it's going to progress, just so everybody's aware of how the rules work with that. But Jeffrey Miller in 13th and Larry Bell, unfortunately, 7 laps down in 14th. But that has been the Monday Night Gauntlet here for Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing Series. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Hope you enjoyed tonight's coverage, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. Real quick, one more thing before I go. Big shout out to Joshua Ruthford, Mullet Music Productions, for providing music for True Sim Productions. Go follow him on all social media. Check out his music on Spotify, Mullet Music Productions, and give him a subscription on YouTube.